Hi guys, this is Avio News, and we got quite some topics to get through. This is our first time live, and if there are any issues, please do let us know. We try our best to fix them. Hopefully, this will go well today. If not, well, at least we tried. Thank you guys for joining. Let's get our topic today. Operations in Demetria. They have recently just finished up the operations in Demetria, and the ASF reported that they plan on strikes and they get rid of the alleged rebel forces. And they're just wrapping up. This operation is now being known as, I believe it's Operation Liberation. Sorry for that, guys. That's someone passing by. Let's continue. It is one person was saying, I believe, we condemn any rebel forces and take down any regional terrorist organization. So that's why we got rid of these sites. Operation Liberation is summarize the damage report. We're going to talk. We're just wrapping this up. So please, we'll reset the line. That was the quote from the ASF spokesperson. In case you don't know, ASF stands for Avio Keeping Correction. It's the first time called as ASF stands for Avio Safety Force. It's a force recently made after the independence of Aviontia, and it was created to help the Avios, and also time design and create warfare as you are there. Speaking of operation, ASF is doing another operation in James Republic. In James Republic, there are strikes going on. We have not received any footage from James Republic or a report because there hasn't been any discussions there, but there are alleged strikes going on, and the tensions going on between Avio and James Republic don't seem to be going well. Although James Republic have said that they dismiss the tensions, and I believe they say that they want to not normalize relations, but the main government has informed us that these occupiers will pay for their crimes, they said. So the continued strike going on. Allegedly, they debate where the military is at, and this operation is planned to continue on until I believe for operation the the one going on in James Republic is believed is called Operation Liberation. Interesting name. This name was selected because it's trying to retake the occupied territories of Abiontia. Hopefully they'll do something with the situation. We'll let you know if something else comes from it. And as I'm talking about Demetria, the government of Jacksavonia accuses Aviontia of allegedly committing genocide in Demetria. The court, which we believe is we believe it's going on around this month, but we haven't got a confirmation yet, and the case is still ongoing. If this does make this, if the case does go on, it'll be the first time Aviontia is being, or at least the main. No, actually, correction. The ASF is being tried for doing something against the alleged values of Aviontia. Yeah, we do not have a statement from the Jacksavonia officials, but we'll let you know as soon as we get on here. We have word with their government that they might put on might have someone come talk to us on this live here, but we haven't got that confirmation yet. And and speaking of Jacksavonia, the all party the June is actually I'll talk about that later. So for us in for the Operation Demetria, it's had some wrapped up. The assessment is being regulated. We haven't heard word from the Jacksonian government or the government in Demetria about the damage report assessment, but all we do know is this operation, which has been officially released and being called Operation Safety because it was deemed the operation was deemed on the interest of Avio's the people of Avio's safety. In the Operation Republic, which is being officially called by the ASF as Operation Liberation, because they plan to liberate, I believe, the northern part of Estonia. As for the Thomas Republic of Tango Republic, they haven't confirmed it yet. We haven't had word from Tango Republic, and they haven't seemed to be as much active as they were before. Next on the horizon, the national walkout. On January 30, on January 30th, on January 30 of this year, there was a national walkout that affected the schools here in the affected schools also happened with schools here in Evian, especially in Ukraineville. The report, which will get get up soon, it's gonna believe it's gonna there's a report from the journalist, and I do like to note that we are a small team. So, and besides being also you guys a news reporter, I'm also a examiner or video. We love to hear you guys if you have any 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 videos or clips from this national walkout. But for now, we'll we'll start to pull up the report from Ukraineville Oblast. So please hold tight as we try to get this footage to come up. Cautious for the delay, guys. So please forgive us. Okay, we're about to pull up the footage here just for the stage. But we apologize for the delay. It's our first time. We should have been prepared, but it's not this time. Whoosh. This done. You should have up here for you. And you should trying to. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that we can now pull up the footage. I believe we have to put something into the footage before we go live. So we're actually just gonna try a different method. Actually, you know what? We have an idea here. We're gonna do. We're going to play the footage. And we just received the breaking news that we're now hearing, according to the Czechoslovakia Ministry of Alerts and Broadcasts, they they have said peace at last, and that's a quote. Furthermore, it is not safe to re-enter the seas. Apologize for the mispronunciation. But Lizzie Nispel and Notes was not in or Needs. We did have a early report that there was conflict going on in Czechoslovakia to the strikes from the communist nation of the communist Dorial states, which was recently lifted. Message sequence. Should we have let's see. Oh. Play. I'm just gonna let's. It looks like we're just gonna have a video. Just gonna have a video here. Just actually, and we just been informed that the season RC. Alright, we're gonna show you the footage right now. I'll show you guys my phone here since I've not yet able to figure out how to upload these or present these footages. Let's watch. Give it a second. Here we go. Here's a video here. Hopefully you guys can read it well, but I'm gonna play it right now. Turn it on here for you guys. Oh, actually, one sec. We're gonna play it for you guys now. I got to show it from my here. Here is. I'm try to get that into view. Here is. Apologize, and this is. As you can see, it's me there doing the report. There's here, but here is. Let's watch. There's gonna be a national walkout. Here I want to say, we're gonna see the protest. Yeah. This is due to the response to how responding for the Minnesota protest. Let's go. Do not I say California here. Yeah, that's what it is in real life and what the map up in the United States. So why are you doing this protest? Please do not say we here are referring to the people in the protest. Yes, people do recognize my name. There, there's an original version which, if you wanna go and get it, I believe there's an extra. There's a full footage. Uh, we'll link we'll link after the live. Yes, we did have to add the footage, and on here in the line, technically say one because the roads are a little bit back here, but on the video, like the one you see on put on our channel here, that's not allowed to have it. And with the national walkout, the U.S. is currently having is giving. But yes, you can give people can have consequences in time, but the U.S. Sorry, correction here. This is Aviancia, Stupenda. They try to enforce the rules onto our to Avios here. The main government has to pardon, I believe, around 1.3 million, possibly a little more, 1.3 million to 2 million Avios, because these people were sometimes getting like absences, which you may see as not so, but you should not, but the main government believes that you should not receive any bad consequences if you're extracted from the which the main government alleges that these people are following, and so they deserve the pardon. The panda is allegedly, according to the main government, the panda wants to put their punishment under ours. They claim it's from some tree when Beyonce got independent, although here at Avio News we are unable to verify that. That's national walkout. Our next on our radar, Jexavonia is accusing Avio of alleged committing genocide. This goes as the ASF wraps up their operation in Demetria. And as for the casualties, we have in her reports. We haven't heard word from the government, although the government of Jexavonia said they would like to talk was mostly via spokesperson, which it may be a while until we get the person on here, but that's been going on. Like I said, if it goes on, it'll be the first time the ASF is being charged with being charged using a law that, if used, will be the first time the ASF is being tried for doing something that is allegedly that goes against alleged values of Avioncia. Right, as it the in the operation was going on, some June officials from the government of Xavonia have been detained by the ASF. We believe they got a total around 5 or 8 people, those that to be determined. They're expected to be in the independent inquiry in court by around the end of this month or next week. We'll let you know with any updates with that. And there, on the horizon, there's in Zolonia, they're in a conflict with the East Nation, which what is going on for. So there was, as I said, there were strikes in Zolonia with the cities I mentioned before, but thankfully they were managed to clear those up. And we just received breaking news, that Xavonia has dropped this case against the ASF. However, the independent government is still doing an inquiry whether the ASF did it for appropriate and used enough for do so. But ASF is glad that Xavonia has officially dropped the case. The spokesperson for ASF says, we are grateful that Xavonia dropped the case. We used plenty of force and didn't harm anybody, but we did do the strikes on there, and here at the ASF, we protect the lives of Avios and the life in a democratic world. That was a quote I gave you from the ASF spokesperson. And now news on the horizon. Let's take some look at some going on. The economy and Avioncia. So now by kind of things going on. The main government plans to spend more on the military and more on some benefits with it here within here. So yeah, the money is distributed fairly throughout Avioncia. They plan to have a meeting around either next week or around the end of the month. It might be delayed until April or May. There is some worry that if it's let me see, there is some worry that kind of may suffer because of a situation which we're getting a bit reports of, but it's going while we do know what's going on. Thankfully, it's going well. The weather expected to be around the clear skies. And if we pull up here, the weather is currently at 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Expected to warm up to 58 degrees at 4 before getting colder. Throughout this week, we are going to expect a cloudy on Sunday with the temperature ranging from 44 to 63 degrees. Monday, 47 to 65. Tuesday, 48 to 61. Wednesday, 47 to 61. Thursday, 48 to 62. Which on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday expect to be a sunny day with a partially cloudy day. You might see, but there's a chance of seeing the sun on Tuesday next week. On Friday, it's also going to be a bit cloudy. There might be also some sunlight there. So hopefully we can get some sunlight. And if you got time, maybe take some sunlight. There appears to be some sunlight coming here, as I can see as I can see in one of the studios that we have. Anyway, on Friday, the temperature is going to go from 50 to 65. And next weekend, on Saturday, it's going to be expected to be cloudy with temperature ranging from 51 to 9. On Sunday, it's still maybe like that, but there might be some sunlight, but the temperature will range from 48 to 48 to 54. On Monday, it's going to be sunny with temperatures ranging from 45 to 4. For the air quality index, the number is currently 2.4, which is categorized as good. There may be some issues with the air, but thankfully it's not gonna be concerned for those living in Avio. According to one information from our radar, there isn't much of an expectation of some rain, although we did have a little precipitation, a little area power slide. The UV index is measured at 4, which categorized as moderate. Some protection is recommended according to the WHO, but currently optional until 4 p.m. where it's no longer needed. There was a time there. The winds are at 6 miles per hour with 8 miles per hour gusts coming from west northwest. Due to the wind, it may feel 3 degrees below the current temperature at 54. According to the average, there is less than 0.05 inches of rain in the last 6 hours. Maybe some on March 22nd. Visibility is currently at 10 miles, so we should be a clear sky today. For humidity, it's 87% with 2.53. So there may be clouds out there, but it shouldn't be a worry. For those looking at, it's gonna be a full moon. Well, expected to be a waning crescent. With the spot which is going to be currently showing at 90%. Moon set expecting around 2:46 p.m. For those looking for a full moon, it should be around 18 days, which is expected to be coming next month. According to averages, another thing with our averages, it's currently plus 5 degrees above averages. Current temperature is the highest temperature expected to be 58, with the average going at 53. So maybe a little warm today on that also. Pressure is at 30.19 inches of mercury. So a little high, but not to worry. The weather does change around here, and over the course of an hour, it's going to go up a little bit, but there's no significant changes at all. That's our weather. Listen to that weather part. Another thing I'd like to address here is that there's been a strike in the Ukraine Oblast. The Ojum Party has sent a strike to the Oblast. There have been damage reported. Thankfully, we have reports that this struck a lake, but the independent government is worried that it might have struck in an area with a high population of Dutch people. Yes, we do have Dutch people here. They came in the 90s. As for the casualties numbers, though, one party claims that there was 3 casualties, but we haven't got reports of confirming those yet. But the independent government, when they do their investigation, they're worried that the casualty numbers may be higher. As for what weapon was used in the strike, the reports of possibly a missile, but we're not receiving new reports that may have been a bomb. But we'll see confirmation from local police, local emergency services. Also, like to note, let's go check. Let's go into another section. We're gonna go into another section here. In the country about world, there's been drama with this user, which I'll try to pronounce here. It's Bun, B-U-N. I believe then it's P-L-E. This person has been quite some controversy lately, and the drama There's starting to increase here. We are trying to see if those people they want to come out here and have a chat. There's not much going on. Another thing I'd like to address here that there's going to be a potential trade deal with the new nation called Ectoslavia. The Prime Minister has received a potential FEP deal, but there's expected to be more trade deals on the way. What I would also like to note here that if this goes ahead, might be much more one of the most favorable trade deal that it will be the Avio deal, but it is going to provide some benefit to Colombia too. If you want to send some services to Ectoslavia, which according to Prime Minister, I like to state here, which might not correctly, we may need it because we're going to go to war with another nation. That was a quote from the Prime Minister of Ectoslavia, though it may not be correct. Also, this is a trade management nation. For Brazil, there hasn't been something yet, but the reason I brought this up is there's a quite funny thing here. According to one stat, around 50% say they like the nation of Brazil. 10% said they're okay. They're pretty neutral. 5% said they didn't know what to think of it. Another 5% said they kind of don't like the nation. And I believe and the rest, which we believe it's which is 30%, they strongly dislike the nation of Brazil because they are a market. And if I recall, anyway, back to the history of Aviantia, they did have some monarchies which actually did not do well with people. And that's one more on that. And that's really what's going on. And as these stories come on, we'll try to report them soon. And we plan to do these lives every month. This is our first, like I said, live here. So please do give us suggestions. I know what we could do next time. But it appears to there. And last topic for today. Since the ties with this Fratuzia has departed his relationship with Aviantia, they did suffer a dip in the economy. Sorry, Aviantia's economy has dipped around 5 to 6%, but thankfully it's since recovered with more is going. There hasn't been a drop for a long time since the conflict with James Republic, which we haven't received much of a statement besides the one we did mention, but we make an interview with them. As for the one in Juxtaponia, they said they might want to come here and do an interview, but we haven't heard if we haven't got that confirmation. But back to the reason why allegedly that Fratuzia decided to cut ties with Aviantia, it was due to that at the time the economy had quite suffered. It was the main government blames it on the occupation done by James Republic, which took down the economy quite a lot. Things with the deals to nations like I believe the words and I'm not able to pronounce. I believe also Juxtaponia might be also in the mix of FPV deals, but definitely we have a confirmation that the FPV deal with Ectoslavia may be signed soon. Other nations we we will look into see if those things are covered. Anyway, there's quite some topics for us to get to go through. One more thing I like, a topic that I like to add here, just real quick. The force, the if you're military, which is different from the ASF, I like to declare we have heard misconceptions about the ASF and the Avio military. For the record, ASF and the Avio military are different entities. Yes, ASF uses the same bases as the military and the same livery and claw sign, but they are completely a different organization. They rely on the government, while the Avio military mostly relies on the main government. But the independent government has the right to intervene if they deem that the power used by the main government is going way too far. And that appears to be all the topics here today. Thanks for joining us here. As for segment here, it is going to end, but we do have, but like I said, the officials are next one yet. Saying the interview. So if they do come on, we can do an interview with them here on Avio's People News. But besides that, this is Avio's People News, and from here in Koreanville, that appears to be it. And just before we end here, we're gonna start going to an interview segment, and we're gonna more sections will come. We are gonna do two sections here right now. You've heard all of the reports. Now we're going to the debate mode. So if you have anything you'd like to say on topic, we can debate about it, hopefully respectfully. And once we do have some of the officials from the Czechoslovakia come on here and with us. There may be some. There may be. Well, just gonna say that it's gonna be quite interesting. And just remember one thing, that there's another nation that has that they like to do a defense deal or something. Although which the main government says they do accept new defense deals or something, but that'll be ongoing. All right, let's start the segment. So we are currently trying to contact any. We don't have any officials in the Metria or yet, but we do have the official spokesperson channel here on live. So if they do plan to answer some questions, we'll expect on soon. As well get started with this debate section, which will last for a bit, and then considering the time that's been going on, we will end it soon. So we're gonna start soon. And we do have a note here. According to official spokesperson, they know that the nation of Czechoslovakia, let's pronounce them. We believe there is a reason here. In Aviantia, the letter J is pronounced the same way as Ukrainians pronounce their J's, which is the J sound, and that's combined together, creating we'll show on here, making this sound, and this is how the Avios pronounce it, as pronounce the J in Czechoslovakia. It's pronounced J, like in there's a song called there, and there's a part that goes like Jilo Jilo Jilo. So, and the history is mostly the factor why the J sound in if you want to hear it's pronounced J. So therefore, we end up pronouncing Jacksavonia as Jacksavonia and Jacksavonia here, and it's also integrated in the language here. Anyway, we're gonna start in minutes. So if there's any we're trying to contact the Jacksavonian officials here, and we're gonna also start a mission. So if you like to come here and have to talk about these topics here, well, we're gonna take those now. And we do apologize if there appears to be a little laggy here. So, most. And as a response to the official online account of Jacksavonia, yes, that's how we do pronounce the nation of Jacksavonia here. It's mostly the reason that Avio is gonna say here. And then the writing of the Avio language is gonna be published at some point. So anyway, let's get this interview and debate section going. In the show team, we just got word from their social media account that they are able to use the service we have here. We may believe we may switch to another service, but we're currently going on going to be a StreamYard. We may try Zoom and other things, but over here. And it appears like the official media team is officially departing. So it appears that we're not going in there. At least Franjak is going in, and the related government that we mentioned here on the program here. So we're just gonna leave there, but let's go and we're gonna start interviewing the government and at least the main government of Avio. Yeah. If you miss what was reported here, you may watch the live when it's finished. It's not gonna let you put something in the chat because the live is over, but you can go watch it there. There's a little bit of delay because of the preparation, but that's why it's here. So where the main government of Avio and the main government of Beyonce is they're going to join us right now, and it's gonna be interesting. Hello, main government. I'd like to get my questions answered. So, well, let's get into it. So, first question here is that why you plan to do deals with nations like Yugoslavia? As main government of Aviancia, uh, people not hear you yet. Hang on, you are added now. So, main government of Aviancia, why you plan to do these deals? The reason why we want to do these deals is that to improve the trade ties with our nation, friendly nation around the world, and hopefully improve the economy and we like even more things that we enjoy the friendly governments like Yugoslavia, and we like to improve our exports and increase trade ties with other nations, which that is very nice. All right. So as as for the national walkout, you guys said that the reason why you pardon them is because people on their which we cite here is a First Amendment of ONCA is that the protects open page and Stipenda wants to enforce the rules on you guys. Um, yeah, yeah. The nation of Stipenda wants the Greece and we don't like it here. So Greece, we really don't like it here. And we condemn what the government of Stupania wants to do with us. If we are an independent nation that deserves to go by its own rules, not by the rules of Stupan. Yeah. So it's very sad that we hear that they decided to treat like as if they were a state, which consider very offensive. I see. So it's a bit offensive for you guys. The issue, guys, is that if if the independent government determines that ASF did do genocide, made that they're gonna cut them my sent to there. Are you going to continue to keep them money? Are you going to keep partially funding the independent guy, which you guys uh, you guys give them the rights to do their work independently? Yeah, we like to say here that we like to note that we're going to continue funding in the main government. We're going to help them get what they need and accept any rulings that they have with us. As for the ASF, we cannot say what we're going to do because that's for the independent government to decide. We do give some amendments to them, which we're going to cut now. And as for other things I'm trying to do, it's, we want to maintain the best we can do within the interest of Avios, the interest of the Avios. Alright, so we want to help all the Avios there in yeah. Let's see. So, due to the do you guys plan to reach them out since your economy is a bit stronger again, or just or you're planning to move on? Yeah, I'd like to say that we're planning to move on and meet the Huawei and do what we're going to do during news. We're going to advertise and do more with any more friendly nations that are we are currently searching for. But I think it's enough to be considered here. But we're going to if we can. We want to do more with the Pop Federation, which we are continuing to contact, but we are not able to get in contact with them. We are not sure where they're gone. Their official media account has disappeared from here on the internet, and we're not sure. Right, we can't be in contact with them. Yeah, it's pretty sad that the Federation official media account has disappeared. We've also don't have reports that they came back onto here, so mine was there. And one last question. The main government, the James Republic have said that they uh, that they're not intentional with you guys anymore, and they're not so sure why you want to go against them. So can you tell us why you still have tensions with James Republic? We condemn any occupation reform and any by outside nations, and we deserve to have our land integrity, which which we deserve to have the right to our autonomy. We did have a deal back then, but the James Republic has broken their treaty, which we strongly do not like, and plan to do in any way to get those territories back to Eviancia. We will do any way we can. Wow, that's a strong message there, main government. Uh, one last question before you guys go, but have you guys determined and discussed with the Avio military what the weapon used on the strike was? we aren't able to verify the casualties numbers. Uh, it may have been what the one group you guys have said on the news here, but we aren't able to confirm is so we're gonna listen to the until the independent government inquiry the investigation comes out. But but we think it might have we're not starting to think maybe a mom, but we're not so sure. Could be a missile also, but we're gonna try to figure out what it is. But unfortunately, the defense did not shoot it down, and that's not because we then am by unfavorable or have a request to remove them from the protected list, which is automatic for all the avios. So we're gonna figure out why there wasn't a possibility to shoot those the strike and intercept the strike, which we're going to confirm what that is. We're going to leave it at that for now. The main camera of Avioncia. Thank you for guys. Thank you for you joining us here. Person is going to main time and this is the main group. So main first person for the main government of Avioncia. Thank you. Thank you.